Everything's falling apart here. Get all my lights on. Alright guys, just getting myself set up here. Alright guys, just getting myself set up here. Hey everyone, hi Chow, hi Candace, hi Mac. Let's make sure I'm in frame here. Looks like I am. Well, I'm crooked though. Can't do crooked. Can't do crooked. This little mat helps me stay in frame. Hey Cindy. How's everybody doing tonight? It's fine Tuesday night. I have a 3-day weekend, so I'm off Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I get Thanksgiving off, so I'm happy about it. Hi, Marva. If anybody uses a Cricut, I put a link to my files on my group channel. Hi, Diane. Hi, Debbie. I try not to watch the video when I'm doing this because it's behind and it makes me crazy. Cheryl, hi. I think I'm on live. I do believe I am. Oh, good. You guys caught up with each other. So, I did a thing today with my Cricut. And I made some stencils. So, this is sort of a poinsettia. This was a one that someone else designed. It's my first one I tried to print out of Mylar or cut out of Mylar. This is 0.7 Mylar. I made my very first layering stencil, and we're going to play with these tonight. So this is the little, and I etched in here, but I can't see the etching. Okay, top, front, so that I put them down correctly. And I made one specifically for buffalo plaid, so we'll do an easy buffalo plaid. And just a group of Christmas trees. Well, stencils are like $7-8 a piece, and I think I paid, I don't know, maybe $12 for a 10-pack of Mylar, and I already own my Cricut. And then these snowflakes, which the stencil's my design, but the snowflakes I just grabbed from various files on Cricut Design Space. This one, okay, I can tell you that there were 4 failed before I finally got this thing cut out. It was a little bear. I had to keep messing with the settings because it wouldn't cut the stinking Mylar. It was fighting me all the way, and I don't know why. These are the exact same Mylar, but I guess because of the really super intricate designs, it wasn't cutting. And so I finally found a combination setting and activity that worked. So just so you know, and it is on my Design Space. What you need to do is, if you're in Cricut, you need to go to the menu and manage custom materials. You're going to choose heavy watercolor, 140 pounds. I think it's 300 GSM. You're going to choose set the cut pressure to 341, set it to 2 times multi-cut. You're going to set it to deep point blade. And then when you run it through, you know, when the Cricut stops, you need to not unload the mat. just press the Cricut button again and run it twice. So yeah, I really, I've been wanting to do this for some time, and I've just been a lazy bones and haven't done it. And then I got some new stencils that my friend Chow sent me. And I love, love, love them, because you all know how much I love Lavinia. These are, this one. Yes, ma'am, I love it. I haven't played with this one yet, but look at the size of these things. I mean, you could do a whole card base with them. See, I've never played with the scan and cut. All I have is my Cricut, so I imagine that there's some sort of Design Space software or some sort of software that you can use with it to create your own designs. I got the Mylar on Amazon. I think Nancy has it in her Amazon shop. And this is 0.07 milliliters thick. And you know what happened is I ordered it once and it got delivered to my neighbor, somebody in my neighborhood. And I complained to Amazon, so on and so forth. And then I put in a ticket with UPS. So they sent me another pack. And then like a week and a half later, this woman comes knocking at my door with my package. And I'm thinking, how long do you hold somebody else's mail? So, I don't know. I mean, honestly, if you have a cutting machine, you can cut stencils. You're just going to have to find the right combination. And when you're thinking about cutting stencils, like, I didn't think this through. And you see this snowflake, but look at two. Okay. Look at the snowflakes. This is what I weeded out. So, for instance, where is it? This snowflake here had a star in the middle of it. This snowflake here is like that. So I lost all that inner part of the design. So it's something to think about when you're cutting or when you're designing. Okay, Brother Canvas Workspace. Gotcha. And so, anyways, I was supposed to be making my husband fragile signs. I never even got around to that. So, sorry, Mike. I'll do them tomorrow, I promise. So, thought I'd play around here. So this, you guys have seen me do buffalo check the hard way. This is the easy way. And I'm going to do a buffalo check background. Let me grab a slice of paper here. And this is going to be the, what is this thing called? I can't remember. Abraham, what's it called? You sent it to me. What is it? Hang on. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot sometimes. Okay. This is Canson Bristol Smooth. Okay. Yep, you can do bridges and then you can color in the bridges. I've seen a lot of people do that. So now I'm going to think about colors. I did one earlier with Catherine Puller. Oh, wait a second. I got to show you one other thing that I did with the tree cutouts. So I colored them with my alcohol markers on both sides. So you could like cut a little hole in there and hang a little piece of twine and have it hanging off your card or whatever. But I didn't want to waste those because they were cute. So, anyways, back to this. And I used that NICPA, N-I-C-P-A, what do you call these, those sticky boards that you put these on? I can't think of the name. Cutting mat. And that thing was so sticky. When I tried to take this off, it ripped my stencil. And another caution I'll give you about those, you know how with a Cricut cutting mat or maybe with other cutting mats, you can kind of bend the mat and then push your paper off? Yeah, the mat broke in half. So there's that warning right there. So what I'm going to do here is, and I just got my nails done and I can't pick a doggone thing up. So let me keep my tweezers handy. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab, this is just some frog tape, because I want pretty strong tape. The mint tape's not gonna cut it. I'm gonna grab a couple of little slices of this. And I think I will use Simon Hurley to make my buffalo plaid today. I'm gonna flip this over and see where I want it. And I'll be trimming this paper down, so yeah, I want it right about there. Let me set these down here a second, because I'm gonna have to use tweezers to pick this up. I don't have a Windy Vicky thingy majigger, so I'm not using one. Okay, I'll just pick this up and flip it around. Let me get this. Yeah, so the, I made one with the Kathleen Pooler ink, and it was so wet that I made a mess, is what I made. So I'm gonna go, let's do a red one. I'm gonna use the bee sting. Thank you, Cindy. Oh, this gold stuff. Oh my God. No, the girl made me mad. I gave her a very low tip because I said, I don't want them really long. I can't work with long nails. And she kept cutting and like now. Finally, I'm like, forget it. Let me just get out of here. I'm starting to get mad. So, listen, learn. I'm looking for a piece of scrap paper here. And I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to use my Lavinia stencil brushes because I just like them. And I'm just going to, I'm not going to go back and forth this way because I don't want, you know, I don't want it bleeding through because I didn't use any pixie spray. I could, but I'm putting ink all over this. So if I put pixie spray on it, it's going to be funky. It'd be hard to blend the ink on. I got my first Christmas card today from Nancy. Picture of her with her lovely family. I'm not special enough to get a handmade one. Crack me up though. She's like on it. I'm like overachiever. I at least wait till after Thanksgiving to start sending out my Christmas cards. Crack me up. It doesn't have to be perfect because, you know, buffalo plaid is kind of a rustic type situation. And I will be trimming this, and I do see I got it a little bit uneven, but not bad. So I got this way stripes done. Come on. Carefully lift this, and I'm going to flip it around to get stripes done this way. Well, those wouldn't be stripes anymore. They'd be checks, wouldn't they? It's still in frame? Yep. Okay, same color. No, stay down. I'm just kind of hanging on to my stencil because I don't want it to flip up on me because I got my tape a little bit wet with ink. So, I mean, when you share these in Cricut Design Space, I don't know if you can like download the SVGs. Because I could just share them. Okay, so that already is kind of a checkerboard, right? I'm going to put that over to the side in my little pan of water. And now, what I want to do is I want to cover the white holes with this. And the Simon Hurley ink is working out well. Let's go here. So you can see through the Mylar. Just want to get the lines even as you can. I got that because I'm, oh, that's right, yes. I'm family, and I'm still using the same red. So for this, when you're working with ink, you only need one color. If you were working with oxides, you might need more than one. But these just basically put a thicker coat on what's already there and give you that whole buffalo check feel. Now, if you wanted to antique it, come here. If you wanted to antique it up, you could let it dry and then go over it with some, like, well, antique linen ink from Tim Holtz. Go ahead and clean up my mess here. Okay, and this, of course, I'll trim down. So here's the buffalo check. Thank you. Oh, that's a good idea, Cindy. I think I ended up doing that for some other SVGs that I made. I did one for, I've got a little bit of over right there. I think probably my stencil moved. For the mini slimline envelope that I designed in Cricut. Okay, so there's one background. Okay, I think we're gonna do the snowflakes. We're going to do some stencil paste on those, so let me make a background here. I got this stuff today because Nancy was advertising it, and Simon Says Stamp, because I shop there with them a lot, sent me a $15 discount card. And so I used it, and I bought the blue and the pink, and I bought this Cosmic Opal Blaze polish, which I have no idea what it does, but I don't think this stuff is right, and I'll show you why, because I'm gonna do my background out of it. It's got a funny texture. Do you see that texture? I don't think that's right. So see, look what happens when I push this dabber in here. It goes squishy, squishy, squishy. It does get some on the thingy, but I don't think this is right. And I'm probably going to send an email to them. I think it might be old or dry or something. But I'm just going to coat this whole piece of paper in it. It likes to eat the paper. You see that? It tore my paper. That's okay. I'm gonna have snowflakes on top of it anyway. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this stuff. I could get it to kind of blend nicely. We might be getting somewhere. But it just sort of probably be better on embossing. It is pretty though. All right, and I got it on my nails earlier. It cleans off with alcohol, so. But you see when you turn it, it kind of goes a gold. It's pretty cool. Let me clean that off. Hi, Gloria. That stuff is opal polish. It's Cosmic Shimmer Opal Polish. Summer Sky. Okay, so probably still wet, but it'll probably be fine. I'm going to pick how I want my snowflakes on here. Ooh, I definitely want this pretty one on here. All right, let me flip this all over. See, I can't pick a doggone thing up. Put that all over and taper down. Dogs have ACL surgery? Wow. That's a trip. And I do want this to be as flat as possible. And it kind of got bendy when I put that polish stuff on there. Okay. And you know what we're going to use? We're going to use some shimmery goodness if I can find it. Where'd you go? There you are. Okay. Find my knife. There we go. That way, if I decide I want to foil it later, I can. If I decide I don't want to, I don't have to. More glooper that on here. Oh, I don't really need any on my tape, do I? Okay. Pull my stencil up very carefully. Don't stick. Oh, phew. Okay, let me get that directly in the water. I'm going to just pull this tape off of here. You know what? I'm just going to leave the tape on for now. I'll show you in a sec. I don't want to set it down until I have some place to set it. Well, let me set that there. I just want to clean this up while it's wet. Yeah, I mean, well, the shimmery goodness will dry a little bit sort of clear. But there we've got our little snowflakes on that polished thingy background. Yeah, I'm afraid I'll mess up my snowflakes if I try to pull the tape off right now. So I'm just going to set this aside and let it dry somewhere safe from me. Okay, over here. Maybe it'll dry by the time we're done. I didn't put it on real super thick. Hi, Linda. Thank you. All right, next stencil. We've got our trees. I might do something fun and different with this one. You know what? Let me just get some hand sanitizer and clean my hands off. I don't necessarily want to get that opaly stuff all over the place. Yeah, I love snowflakes too. I have multiple snowflake stencils. Honestly, I don't need more, but I do because I like all kinds of different. All right, so clean my brush off a little. Grab my brush meant for green. And I think we'll go ahead and use Simon Hurley ink on this one too. So this one, I'm just gonna choose where I want my trees. And I think what I'll do, to think about that a minute. Yeah, that works for me right there. And let's get fake plant out. Yeah, Pam, these are stencils I made in my Cricut. Because, you know, I spent a lot of money on that thing. I ought to put it to use. This is Simon Hurley's fake plant that I'm using here for these trees. I know a lot of people don't like vertical tools, but I absolutely adore these brushes. They just, to me, it feels like I'm writing with a pencil or something. And they're big, chunky in your hands, so it's not like holding something teeny tiny either. Okay, there's that color. Pick up my stencil, and that's just plain like that, but we're gonna kick it up a notch. Let me clean off my stencil here. I'll show you how I do it. I just use some water-based space stamp cleaner, spray it down. These aren't super delicate, so you can kind of sort of rub on them carefully. A little bit. And I probably didn't really need to clean it, but I don't want to get my white dirty. Yeah, I like emerald. Yeah, no, I like these great big stencil brushes. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put trees in between. Now, what color do I want for my in-between trees? Is Mike feeling better? Yeah, he's okay. He's all right. Let's see, let's use, yeah, let's go for it. We're going to use Overzealous. We're going to go for gusto here. Make us a really busy background. Yeah, he's in there yapping on the phone as normal. All right, here we go with the Overzealous. And so quick and easy. Ah, don't move on me. Moved on me a little bit. That's what I get for getting careless. Boom. There we got a tree-y background. They really look good together, the fake plant and the overzealous. Beautiful. Okay, we'll set that one aside. We got another background done, and I'll dump this in my water. All right, now we've got my layering stencil with my holly berries. Come here, you. So I'm going to do this layer first. Again, I have it marked top front. Grab another slice of paper. Now these I didn't do a good job of getting the right size. I just wasn't thinking. It wasn't my strong suit with this one, trying to do the layering. That'll be okay. It'll be fine. And you know what? I think we will go, let me see, how was that? Yeah, I think the fake plant is a nice dark green for the leaves. Yeah, you could. Could definitely make a forest. All right. And I'm going to kind of hang on to my stencil here. Oh, don't move on me. Because it's not long this way, it's got a little wiggle room where it can wiggle without invitation. And you could, of course, do the background first if you want the background a different color. And I probably should have, but I didn't, so that's that. I'm not 100% crazy about stamping with this ink. If I'm going to stamp, I will usually use my VersaFine, because it does very fine stamping and it never bleeds. Like I noticed, like some of these water-based inks will bleed a little bit. There's where I made a boo-boo. We'll live with it. Ah. I have not even re-inked these. Okay, and then I think for the red, I want, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back in with the bee sting. So I've got this one marked top. I gotta draw a poinsettia. I found out there's no T in it when I was doing a search. I'm like, why can't we find any? Because there's no T. Okay, and then get my tool I'm using for red. I'll hold down my stencil. Just go in and do the little berries. Oh, yeah, and in my group, Linda, I put the instructions, the Cricut instructions, because that snowflake cut just sent me for a loop to cut this 0.7 Mylar. I'll put a link to where I got it after the video in my description box. I don't know how to do that before videos, before lives, because of the software that I use. I can barely even put in a title. I can't put in a picture, or maybe I can, but I just don't know how. So that is that. And there we have our my first handmade layering stencil. And I'll of course trim this one down. And then finally, again, this one was already in Cricut Design Space, so it's not my design. Sorry, I need a drink. Time is it? Oh, I got time? Okay. I want to do one that's layering because I couldn't tell. I already did this one, and I honestly could not tell. This was done with Simon Hurley's Game Over. I couldn't tell which ones might be the leaves. These, I can tell what those are. But that's that one, so we don't have to sit there and color that one. Now we just need to make something out of these. So let me get these ink brushes out of my way. I mean, I hadn't used my Cricut in probably a couple of years because it was buried until I moved my office downstairs. Okay, let's do something first with the buffalo check. All right, let me trim it down. You know what? Why are you going to the hospital, Gloria? This one begs for decal trimming. Being it's all farmhouse style. All right, so I'm going to trim this down to 4. I'm going to go to 5 1/4, so I'll take the bottom part off. Okay. Now, what's going to go on here? What would go good on here? You see, I took some stuff out. I was thinking, actually, I've got this set that I got, I think it's a Crafter's Companion set. I got it from HSN. Yeah, I think I'll do a tree. I'm not going to do a super detailed tree. I'm just going to do a 1 layer. See, this tree comes with a little pot. Oh yeah, it needs the pot because that's definitely farmhouse status, right? Let me grab the pot die here. Where are you? Come out. Okay. That out of the way. Get my mini Misty. I hate it when they do that, Pam. I waited for my medication, and when you're waiting for medication, it's kind of important that they don't mess around with it. Okay, let me grab this same paper. I don't know how people function with these things. So I'm going to do the tree first, and then I'll do the little pot. Make room here to do the pot. And tree I'm going to do in... Where are you? I put all my VersaFine inks in that little tower I made, but I still can't find the ones I need. I just can't see very well. Where is the rainforest? There it is. I'm going to use VersaFine Clear and Rainforest. You know, I did that before, but then the washi tape stuck up, and it bugged me. See, again, I like to use these because they're great for fine stamping. They just sit on top of the paper and they don't really soak in very much and give it a chance to bleed. Pam, you're getting a glimmer machine? Oh my gosh, you must be beside yourself. Yeah, I did. I had washi tape on them before. Well, what I mean when it sticks up, it doesn't let the lid go down as far as I want it to go down. I'm not happy with that green. I'm happy with it for some instances, but not what we're trying to do right now. So there's two sides to the paper. All right, y'all. Let's get out my washi tape. But it's not Christmas, Pam. Okay. And you make like a tab, right? Like that. Ah, now I got it on crooked. I don't think I made a big enough tab. I need to make a bigger one. Okay, out of the way. Make a quick one for this one. Oh, see, there's no way in the hot place I would wrap a gift for myself and wait till Christmas. Nobody. That's not happening. I'm going to play with it today. All right, I'm just going to leave that at one layer. I think before when I did it, I put so many layers of that thing that it wasn't letting the stuff lay down. Ah! Shoot! I hate magnets. Now look, they're stuck together. Okay, you go in your own corner. Let me flip this over because I just wasn't happy with that green. I want the green oasis. Just clean that. Well, I don't even really need to clean it off. It won't matter. Yeah, because it makes a really loud clang. Hi, Shannon. How are you? Hi, Lynn. And one more just for good measure. I use this tree all the time. Just down here on the center. Get this away before it gets in my way and they start rolling everywhere. Okay, there's tree. And I think we will do the little pot. Since it's sitting against a red background, I think we'll do it yellow. Just get that out of my way. Maybe we'll do it red. No. What color to do that? What color should I do the pot? Any thoughts? Black? Okay, black works for me. Hadn't thought about doing it in black. Okay, I think I like that idea. Since I got a black ink handy right here where I know exactly where it is. Hi, Barbara. Wow, Shannon, that's weird. No blood flow on your tongue? Do you notice that? Is it numb? Yeah, I was thinking terracotta too, but it's gonna clash with this red. At least in my mind. If the background wasn't red, I think I would. Black is good. Black is good. Set that over here out of my way. Did I just drop it on the floor? No, I did not. Now, all right, y'all. You win. You win. Yeah. Much easier. Hi, Mike. We were just talking about you. About time you came to visit on one of my lives. You haven't been around in a long time. Okay, now let's get these bad boys cut out. It is a good tree stamp, and I got it for pretty cheap too, because it, you know, it came with the, it's like a layering stamp. It's got a, you know, a structure stamp, and it's got the ornament stamps, but I don't care for those on there. Now, how am I gonna know how this goes? I just gonna have to guess, I guess. I'm gonna have to wait because. I've made it too close to the tree. I don't want my dies to accidentally. And my die is really off. All right, guys, if I'm out of screen, it's because I'm trying to match up my die here. All right. All right, I'm going to cut this out with my Vagabond. Be right back. I remember when I first got an got a die cutting machine at all, when it made that noise, it used to scare the heck out of me. I thought, I broke it. Okay, there's our tree. Let's get out of the way. Let's cut out our pot. That out on a wish and a prayer, because I don't know if it matches up or not. It would have been good if they didn't make that solid. All right, where'd the die go? Okay. Well, okay, so think about how I want this to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some ink blending on top of this tree. very lightly. I want it to be all the way green on the inside. And this is why I love these mats. I'm just going to put some ink on, and then I'm going to see very, very lightly. Same color ink. So I don't lose any definition in that tree, but I do get all the color. Voila. I'm not worried about the trunk there because it's going in the pot. I don't know, Cindy. They make them so thick. I mean, I'm like, why did it have to be so thick? But you know what? I had to redo all of them because they had grown out, and I started picking because I told y'all I have trouble having nails because I pick them. And I started picking, and I thought, oh, it won't be a big deal. They'll be able to fill them in. No, they had to take them all off and do it all over again. So lesson learned, don't pick. I think we want to pop tree up. You know what? Before I do that, I want to dirty up the edges a bit. Let me grab my vintage photo ink. You know what? I'm going to do that with black. Where is my black? Yeah. It's right here. I'm going to stay with ink and not oxide. I think Simon's inks were much juicier. To be fair, we use our black soot ink a lot. Black soot almost looks blue. That's good. Just clean this off real quick so I don't get ink everywhere. Let me, you know what I better do is get this onto a card base before I start popping things up all over the place. I think I'm going to make one real quick out of craft. If I can find my craft paper. This is what I do, put stuff away and I can never find it. Do I want it out of craft? Yeah. No, because if I do it out of craft, then I need to antique the inside of that. I'm not going to be asked to do that. Next one. We'll do it on white. My wheel got stuck on something. Yeah, white will work. Well, yeah, there are some things that some personal functions that you do when you're used to not having nails that become a completely different function when you do. I'm just going to use my Reptile adhesive to glue this down. This Reptile adhesive is made in Florida. The company is actually a company that sells tile adhesive, and they somehow came up with this. And it's good stuff, man. All right, let's put something flat on there until I get my tree popped up. Yeah, I don't wear makeup anymore because I can't, because of my eye problems. Got my scissors out. You think about this? Yeah, I think I want to go side to side on this. I'm not going to go too crazy with the foam tape, but I do like it to be good and sturdy. I like it to not run away from me. Mike made pork carnitas. I can't wait. I'm starving. That one's tricky because you see the inside goes like that, but this will not go to waste. Okay, I'm going to need a skinny piece. I don't want it to stick out over the top. And it's stuck. That's all right. A little bit won't hurt. One more. Get off me. Yeah, that's poking through. Sneaky. All right. One poking through right there, too. That's one thing gotta watch for this tree. It's got its little indentations. Okay. Come on. Yep, tweezers. Stubborn. To be fair, this stuff is slippery. All right, little glue so it doesn't stick down before I'm ready to stick it. And I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. Use my pick tweezers, yeah. Yeah, they are cheaper, that's for sure. Yeah, ever since my eye got infected, it still hurts to this day to touch my eyelid, and I can't have any hair touching my face. I swore I had like a neuroma or something, but they didn't find anything. You can't find a darn thing wrong with me. Okay. Now, where's Pot? Here's Pot. Pot's gonna have to pop up a little bit too. Yep. Just on either side here. Let me find, well, this will work. Ah, that's touching me. I think I got that one too tall. Boy, don't try to eyeball things. Way too big. Well, I couldn't find any reason why my eye was staying infected. Put it that way. Or why it keeps doing that. And it's only my right eye. It's not both eyes. So, you know, you go in public and people are like, ew, get away. And I'm like, it's not pink eye. But it looks like pink eye. I think we need a star at the top of our tree. I don't need ornaments, but I definitely need a star. I just so happen to have stars. Let's get a funky looking one. Yeah. These I all cut out from various colors of paper, so I'd have some handy. That's going to be too hard to function on there. It's too big. I'll glue on my star. Put it on here all funky. And I got glue on it. Ugh, Tracy. I hate that. That's one thing I hate about foil cardstock. Yeah, be careful. Let me do a pre-made Merry Christmas here. Yeah, they ruled out allergies. They did an ultrasound of my eyeball. No, not that one. Yeah, I like this here too, but it's going to be just like, there's no way you're going to pop up that skinniness. Somebody sent me that one. Covers up the tree too much. La la la, la 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 la, la la la. These are always my favorite. Oh yeah, I actually like that. You know me, I kind of like my stuff funky. Yeah, both eyes, both eyes. It was freaky. I kind of wish I didn't dirty that up, but it's too late now, so. much red. What are you talking about, girl? There's no such thing as too much red. Red's my favorite. See, I've got this, but it doesn't really go with the tree, but I still kind of like it. I stamped this on some Tim Holtz paper. Let's see if I can grab this Season's Greetings one. Yeah, there we go. Brings in the black from the little Chabingaboo, whatever that thing is. And I'm going to glue that down flat. Let me just bring this down a little closer to me so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Stay. So I'm going to leave that just like that. I mean, normally we do a bunch of embellishments, but I'm running over on time, and I know Simon Hurley has a live coming up. So everybody might want to get some dinner and stuff before that. Yeah, it does balance it. You're right, Cindy. It makes it, it brings it all together. I just don't see bling on this card. It just doesn't work. I mean, we've got the blingy star, and I'll probably take a baby wipe to that or something when it's all 100% dry. You can put your sentiment inside. So just to recap, tonight I showed you all the stencils I made of my Cricut in Design Space, and then cut out of 0.7 Mylar. I'll put the instructions on how I set up my blades in the description box below when I can, and also in my Facebook group. I can't get this in here. There we go. My Facebook group, you can, if you have Cricut, and then I'll figure out a way to save the SVGs, so if you have other things, you can also use my stencils. Guys, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Thanks for the thumbs up and all that stuff. And, oh, you know what's going to be cute on here? It just happened to occur to me. A twine bow right here. That's going to pull it together. Bam. I'm horrible at tying bows. I can do it, but I don't think I can do it with these nails. So I usually do a knot first. Sorry, I had to. I was just thinking. I saw that twine and I went, oh, you know what? Let's use that twine. Oh, it has to live neatly on here somewhere. More towards the top. There we go. Guys, see ya at the next live. Bye-bye.